Shalom, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, and the Balano Suli, the apostles, the bishops, and brothers on Dung and Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopefully elect. This is your brother I, Banyamian, here to share another lesson. And before I get into the lesson, I just want to, see how quickly, the time is flying by, man, you know what I'm saying? Days are quickly moving, you know what I mean? And the first portion of scripture I want to share before I go into the lesson is in the book of Mark 13 and 20. And it says, "And except that the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he had chosen, he had shortened the days." So these days are moving quickly, in particular for the elect's sake. All right, a lot of people notice that the days are flying by, but they don't actually know why. Esau would tell you, well, the earth is spinning faster, which it probably is, you know what I'm saying? But Esau always gives a worldly answer, not a spiritual one, right? The elect are being afflicted and vexed every day, right? So the Most High is speeding up the time, right? So that, to preserve them, so that they be not destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And this is why these things are happening. But the days really are moving very quickly. But going into the lesson, I ain't gonna tarry. The title for this lesson is "The Scriptures Addresses All Issues." And the inspiration for this lesson came, when you work for a company, which they give these surveys and stuff to do. Things that you have to answer as part of their being on board and stuff. And one of the things that came up that we had to complete is S, harassment, right? S, harassment. You could figure it out. S, harassment. And one of the question they pose here is according to, now they give the question and then they give like the multiple choice answer and do it. And whenever you select one, they would tell you if it's wrong or not, right? So I would give the question and then give the answer options that they put. So it says, according to federal law, who determines whether something is or isn't as harassment? All right, it says A, the person saying or doing the acting person; B, the person being subjected to the acts in question; and C, upper management. Right, so first, me thinking about the scriptures, I put upper management because the scriptures talk about having elders rule and having multiple witnesses and stuff. So I thought of upper management being more experience, you know what I mean, and proper judges rather than one person. So when I clicked C, which is upper management, I got the answer wrong. So then when I hit retry, and I click B, which is B option, which is the person being subjected to the acts in question, that answer was right. So I'll read the question and then read Esau's correct definition of the answer. So it says, according to federal law, who determines whether something is or isn't as harassment? So their answer is the person being subjected to the acts in question. Now that is flawed because one person could lie, and as we all know, for brothers who have been falsely accused of S harassment, Esau goes off the word of the woman. She ain't gotta have no witnesses. All she gotta do is say that you touched her inappropriately, or you said something to her that she didn't like, and that was it. And you gotta have a good lawyer to fight that. And in the meantime, your name is being smeared. You may not be able to continue employment. You may not be, with a pending case, you may not be able to find new employment. You know what I mean? So that hinders the individual. You understand? So I just want to go into the law, you know what I mean? Because the law of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, it dispel all this BS, you know what I'm saying? And with cases like this, it takes a lot of money. It's a waste of our resources. And if the woman is a liar, right, it's catered to sinfulness, just complete backwardness, you know what I'm saying, in Esau's kingdom. You know, and this is why Esau would make something, federal law, which is the highest, one of the highest laws of the land, right? And we are supposed to partake in this thing for a time and endure the vexations and stuff associated with it. But all this is coming to an end, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy, the 19th chapter, and we'll read from verse 14 on down. So you see the heading there, it says laws of landmark and testimony. So the person being subject to the action question, they say is the one who determine whether something is as harassment or not, right? That is their testimony, right? So under the heading here it says laws and testimony. Laws and testimony, Salakia. Deuteronomy 19 and 14, it says, thou shalt not remove, I just read it from the top, but the point is in verse 15 on down. Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in thine inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai thy God giveth thee to possess it. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity or for any sin, in any sin that he sinneth. At the mouth of 2 witnesses or at the mouth of 3 witnesses shall the matter be established. So you see, so in times of old, accusation like that, would not stand, right? And it's not even fully assaulting her, because the assault would be considered grapes, right? So just the harassment, touching their behind or saying something to them in a sexual or derogatory way. So you see what it says, 2 or 3 witnesses shall the matter be established, right? But in these times, Esau run with one witness, which is the woman likely, and they railroad the target, which is the guy. You understand? But it would be thrown out with just on the word of one person. Then it goes into say in verse 16, if a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, says then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, right, before the priests and the judges, which shall be in those days, right? So these were our wise men. These were the wise counsel who had the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, just as King Solomon and King David, ruled on matters, so they would know the truth. You understand? But a judge here would not know if the woman is lying or not. They may suspect that the judge, in Esau's court, may suspect that the woman is lying. But the theme is the woman wields the power and she wins, you know what I mean? So they carry that regardless of if it destroys the man's lives, the man's life, you know what I'm saying? They ferry wrongful judgment, which is not right, and that is one of the reasons why this place needs to be destroyed. Verse 18, it says, and the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness that had testified falsely against his brother, then shall he do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother. So shalt thou put the evil away from among you. Right? And that And that is good, that is fair judgment. But these women, they don't get that when they falsely accuse you of harassment, right? The man get great penalties, man, and judgments put against him. And even when he is found later on to be innocent, the woman goes unnoticed or scot-free. You understand? The same thing that she put the man through, she should go through the same ringing. You understand? But this is an unfair society, man. Why would you want to live in a wicked and evil place like this? Verse 20 it says, and those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you, right? And thine eye shall not pity, but shall go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. So it needs to be evenly distributed, especially for the false accuser. But when we live in a system like this, it will put fear that people would think twice before being a false witness or a false accuser. Because remember, the judges of this world, they have carnal understanding. They read books of law. But these men, these judges, these priests, have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakadash, which would reveal the truth, right? So the false witness wouldn't get away with it, you know. But not so in Esau, Edom's kingdom. Scriptures talk about him, his soul is not upright in him, you know. These are the things that vex us on a day-to-day basis. Let's see if I can grab that in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and 4. These are the things that we have to endure in this man kingdom, man. This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we're relying on the Lord, you know what I mean, every day to deliver us, man, because anyone can be lied and snared in this situation. And on the flip side, the worst accusation or the false accusation is coming, you know what I mean, against this word. And since we follow or we affiliate ourselves with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, our brethren, which is Esau, is coming to accuse us, you know what I mean. And he will bring false witnesses, false statements. He will use technology to make it look like we are saying something when we didn't. You understand? But scripture said the just shall live by his faith, right? So even in these persecutions, we have to remain, faithful in these last days. And the last portion of scripture I'm going to share before I wrap it up is in the book of Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 40. It says, let all things be done decently and in order, right? So the decently and orderly thing to do in a situation where someone is being accused of harassment would have 2 or 3 witnesses, and to present the case to priests and judges where it would be found out who is the liar, the false witness, the accuser, and who tells the truth, right? So the scriptures addresses all issues, man. But Esau's land, the federal law, is the highest law of this land. You understand? And we have to endure these things, but for our time. So Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying unto elect. And until the next time, shalom. Pray for fewer days, man, that we get out of here. Shalom.